Premiership Eagle Liam Ryan has officially requested a trade. Destination unknown. The 2020 All-Australian looks like he wants out of West Coast. St Kilda appear to be leading the charge, but Carlton and Essendon, they'll circle. Today we break down why Ryan wants a new home, which club it makes sense, and what this means for the West Coast Eagles in another important rebuilding year. Let's get into it. Liam Ryan is without a doubt one of the more exciting forwards in the AFL to watch. Premiership hero in 2018, he was an All-Australian in 2020, and he is one of the most spectacular high-flying players. You don't get a nickname like Flying Ryan for nothing. He's the type of player that can shift momentum in a game in a blink of an eye. But now, 29, in October, Ryan has told West Coast he wants out. The Eagles have publicly declared he is a required player, but history tells us in the AFL when a player wants out, the deal almost always gets done. And with clubs like St Kilda free spending, Carlton and Essendon all looking for that half-forward spark, Ryan suddenly becomes one of these intriguing names on the trade window. So let's break it down. Why does Ryan want to move? How West Coast should handle it? And which destination makes the most sense for him? And more importantly, the team to have him. So let's have a look at the tale of Liam Ryan. Turning 29 in October, this medium-sized small forward, aerially a specialist, X-factor, clean hands, goal-kicking nous, strong crummer, 125 games, 22 goals in 20 matches this season, and he's signed on through to 2026. So he's formally requested his trade in the exit meeting. What does the cost of Liam Ryan look like? It's probably a second round pick. Late 20s, early 30s. You may see that kind of maybe change. But it's going to be quite important how this deal gets done. It's not a mega blockbuster deal, but it's the right side that could be that missing piece and that could change a team's fortunes. But more importantly, change how the forward line operates. Now, let's look at it from West Coast's point of view, the selling club. For West Coast, this is really bad timing, but it's annoying because he's a talented player. He's a premiership favourite. He's a cult hero, isn't he, really? Let's be honest. And I think he's a player that even the neutrals love, let alone Eagles fans. But he's 29, who has probably struggled for durability in recent years. Since debuting, he's only played more than 90 matches in a season. For a side that's in a rebuild, you've got to be able to rely on him because although he's the kind of asset that could change games for you, he's probably one that you can cash in on before it's too late. Now, the Eagles have gone through a massive lifts change already. Jeremy McGovern, Dom Sheed, Hunt, they've all retired. Petrocelli, Callum Javinson, they've been delisted. Lockie Rawlinson, he's also gone. And co-captain Oscar Allen is out of the door. He's already told the club he is exercising his free agency rights. And it looks like he's going to Brisbane. This makes the Ryan trade request both a blow, but if you use it smartly, an opportunity. Culturally, yes, it hurts. He's a big-time player. He's a player that's much loved. But it opens up the chance to bring in another top 30 pick and free up salary cap room. That money and that selection could be poured straight back into this developing side, particularly its midfield group, and help keep Harley Reid, who was already committed to a contract. He's recommitted, so this could be a show of intent that we build it around. Now, if Ryan is traded, you've got to remember, it's not just losing the talent. It's about what you can get back should he go. And if we look at the Eagles draft hand, right now, the Eagles fans would be holding quite a pretty in pink 1, 12, 19, 30, 48, add in pick 2, compensation from Allen, and potentially getting a pick in that early 30s range for Ryan. Suddenly they've got a real deep draft hand, and then picks like 30, 40, and let's just say it's 38 that they get. They're real key building blocks for adding steak knives into deals. This gives them flexibility. You'd imagine pick 1 is going to be securing a long-term partner. You could even split pick 2 if you want into multiple 10 selections. 12 and 19, getting the right mix and getting that right depth in around, and then you can have them speculative picks with the mid-30s, them developing type players, them rebounding type players, them real exciting missed opportunities. It's going to be really fascinating because they've got a real strong draft hand. We saw Richmond do it last year. I can imagine that these guys will do exactly the same. They're a very, very clever team, and with pick 1 and 2, they're going to get 2 blue chip prospects, potentially more should they look at a rebuild. This is almost a dream scenario for a rebuilding side. It allows you to hit the reset button, but do it in one shift. And that spine will be built around Harley Reid, and you can accelerate the next generation. So while Ryan hurts emotionally, from a list management point of view, it could help turn a veteran into a key piece of West Coast's next dynasty. Now let's look at it from a buying club lens. Let's pick on 3 teams. St Kilda seem to be in the box seat, and a full caveat, we're probably going to be in the box seat every trade that we talk about. They've gone big. They've got Tom de Koning through the door. Add Ryan. This would add another dimension to an already dangerous forward line. Jack Higgins is kicking goals for fun. Max King will return. Then you've obviously got the floating TDK. They've got something really exciting here. They've got a flyer, a crummer, a finisher. Ryan is exactly that. The reports are there's going to be a 3-year deal worth up to 1.8, which could trigger a 4th. So that's 600k. That's some serious money. And again, is another statement intent of St Kilda that they are here to mess things up, let's be honest. If he stays fit, he could transform that forward line into what is already unpredictable, but into one of the most dangerous forward lines in the competition. Carlton would be another obvious destination. This is fixing the biggest hole that they haven't patched since the first time they lost a small forward in Eddie Betts. Carlton's forward line is stacked with tall power, Mackay and Kerner, but them small forward options are very inconsistent. No Carlton forward ranks inside the top 45 for general forwards this year, and that is not good enough, especially with a side that built itself on forward ambitions. Ryan solves that instantly. Not only is he a finisher, but he's creative. He can kick goals out of nothing. He's quick. He plays taller than his size, and he's hard. With TDK departing and JSOS, that's opened up a plethora of salary cap space for the Blues. And if they can flip that into a deal for Liam Ryan, also the development factor of working with Jesse Motlop, Will White, Corey Durden, it gives them some experience for these players to hone and learn off. Can you imagine Kerno, Mackay, Motlop and Flying Ryan really being there? That's an unpredictable forward line and potentially could be the missing jigsaw piece the Blues need in that forward half of the ground. Essendon, the Bombers are a little bit different. Their biggest consistency has been durability of their list this year, but at their best, they have got some building blocks, and this could be fascinating. Liam Ryan to work with Isaac Kako gives them a reliable medium forward who can both mark and crumb. He'd slot straight into their best 22, working off Langford and Caddy. His creativity at ground level adds something that simply you can't just find all the time. He's simply someone they don't have right now. They're less aggressive, evidently, offering him a 2-year deal with a trigger for a 3rd, but they can't be counted out. They've got list spots, they've got cap room. Add Ryan and his X Factor, suddenly good times may be at Tullamarine, and hopefully this could drive them to the next level. What about Liam Ryan, though? Right? For Ryan, this move is about opportunity. This is his last big contract. He's not getting any younger, and does he want to waste his final 3 years in a rebuilding phase, in a bottom 4 side? Or does he want to come to the big time of football in Victoria and play some good football while he still can? He's averaged 11 disposals this year, 3 marks, kicked 22 goals. Against Adelaide, though, he did show he can still do it. 3 goals, 6 marks, and 4 clearances, pinch hitting there. So this is real strong for him. He's still got it. So you would say that St Kilda and Carlton are probably the best of the 3 here for it. The highlights are still there, but you've also got to be realistic. His career has been stop-start with injury. A move to Victoria where he gets a multi-year deal and a shot at finals could be a big sell for him. But buyer beware, because it could go wrong. But this definitely at the right price is the player you want. It's a classic case of player recognising his timeline doesn't match his club's current trajectory. So let's grade it, right? For West Coast, I think this is a B+. Trading Ryan is tough emotionally, but it could be the right move. You get more draft capital in, cap space, and more importantly, you've got a bit of wiggle room to really hit this draft hard, but also maybe look at some established players to really up your value. For St Kilda, again, A-. He's a perfect fit. Forward who can fly, crumb and finish. Add him to an already exciting forward line of Higgins, King and co. Suddenly St Kilda's forward line looks like one of the more dangerous ones in the league. The risk is obviously the contract size and the durability, but if he holds up, it could be a masterstroke. And for Carlton, it's an A+. He fills the Blues' single biggest hole. A creative, reliable forward option who not only scores goals but pressure, and also the experience with a very, very, very young backline that hasn't really had anyone to learn off in their time at the club. Essendon is probably a C+ this for happening. The fit is good, but I just don't see Liam wanting to leave Perth to come to a side that will be playing finals probably in the next 2 to 3 years. He obviously gets a fresh start and a big contract at all of these clubs, but I think the chance to play finals again at this stage of career is everything he wants. So what do you think, Eagles fans? Should you hold firm? Make him honour his contract? Or do you want to cash in and accelerate this rebuild as quickly as you can? Saints fans, you're linked with just about everyone in and out of contract. Do you feel like the price is too big for the risk on that price tag? And for Carlton and Essendon fans, is Liam Ryan the name you want for your forward structure? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Make sure you subscribe for more trade reviews, more trade news. This is the off-season. It's going to get very, very busy. Peace, love and light. Pom out.
Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it